नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aherwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the subject name Data Warehousing and Mining. The topic of today's session is characteristics of OLAP system. These are the topics which I have covered in this session. What is OLAP? Characteristics of OLAP system. In these four characteristics I will discuss in this session. First is multidimensional data analysis techniques. Second, advanced database support. Third is easy to use end user interface. Client server architecture is the fourth characteristics. Now comes to what is OLAP. I have already described in my previous videos about OLAP and OLAP servers and the difference between OLAP and OLATP. But those who have not watched my previous sessions, so I am just here to give you in brief about OLAP, what is OLAP, so that they can easily understand this session. Okay, so OLAP is basically stands for online analytical processing. This is a category of software that allows users to analyze information from multiple database systems at the same time. Now, it is a technology that enables analysts to extract and view business data from different points of view. Now, the second is characteristics of OLAP system. Basically, there are four characteristics. First is they use multidimensional data analysis techniques. They provide advanced database support. They provide easy to use end user interfaces. They support the client server architecture. Now, the first one is multidimensional data analysis techniques. This is the most distinctive characteristics of modern online analytical processing tools. It is their capacity for multidimensional analysis. Okay, so in multidimensional analysis, data are processed and viewed as part of multidimensional structure, and this type of data analysis is particularly attractive to business decision makers because they tend to view business data as data that are related to each other business data. Okay. Now see in this example, let's examine how a business analyst might investigate sales figure. You have seen two tables in this figure. First is DW, data warehouse invoice, and data warehouse line. There are multiple columns in these tables like num, date, customer name, and the total, and in this also product description, line price, quantity, and the line amount. Okay, so this is basically the operation in between these two tables. That's why we call it as a multi-dimensional data analysis. Okay, so this business analyst might investigate the sales figure. This is the basically the sales figure you can see, and then after they investigate, after that they will get the final report. Okay, or so in this tabular operational view of the sales data is not well suited to decision support because we can't take any decision on behalf of these two tables. This is not sufficient to take the decision. Okay, so because the relationship between invoice and line does not provide a business perspective of the sales data, but consider the following figure. Let's see in this figure. In this figure you have seen this time dimension and the customer dimension, data nucleic, summer lake, tridon, and totals. This is the data of 15th May, this is the data of 16th May, and the total data of Datonic is this, and the total data of the 15th May is this. So there is a combination of these customer dimensions, and this is the combination of the days. Okay, so these sales are located in the interaction of the customer row and time column. Now you have seen this time dimension in this much, and in this in 2000 sorry in 15th May Summer Lake the price is this, and in 16th May this. So the customers can compare these two figures. Okay, so then after aggregation are provided for both dimensions. Of course we aggregate this and we aggregate this. Aggregation is what? It is just kind of integration, right? Now the end user's view of sales data from a business perspective is more closely represented by the multidimensional view of sales, but by the tabular view of separate tables, right? So note also that the multidimensional view allows end users to consolidate or aggregate data at different levels. And what are those labels? Labels like total sales, figures by customers and by date. Okay, so finally the multidimensional view of data allows a business data analyst to easily switch business perspectives dimensions from sales by customer to sales by division, by region, and so on. Now the second characteristic is advanced database support. In this advanced database support, OLAP tools must have advanced data access features. Okay, and what are these features? In these features includes, first is access to many different kinds of DBMS, flat files, and internal and external data sources. The second is access to aggregated data warehouse data, as well as to the detailed data found in operational databases, and the advanced data navigation features such as drill down and roll up, the rapid and consistent query response times, the ability to map end users requests expressed in either business or model terms to the appropriate data source and then to the proper data access language. The query code must be optimized, of course, to match the data source, regardless of whether the source operation or data warehouse data. And another feature is this support of very large databases that already as already explained in the data warehouse can easily and quickly grow to multiple gigabytes and even terabytes. Now the third characteristic is easy to use end user interface. Of course, every customer wants that it can easily accessible anything. Okay, so advanced OLAP features become more useful when access to them is kept simple. These OLAP tools have equipped their sophisticated data extraction and analysis tools with easy to use graphical interfaces. And there's many of the interfaces features are borrowed from previous generations of data analysis tools that are already familiar to end users. So this familiarity makes OLAP easily accepted and readily used. Then the fourth and the last characteristic is client-server architecture. This client-server architecture provides a framework within which new systems can be designed, developed, and implemented. Right. So the client-server environment enables an OLAP system to be divided into several components that define its architecture, and those components can then be placed on the same computer, or they can be distributed among several computers. So OLAP is designed to meet ease of use requirements while keeping the system flexible, because we know that analysis part is most important. Analysis is totally based on the history data. This is all about the characteristics of OLAP, and this is the question for the practice. Define OLAP and its characteristics. Thank you. This session powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.